I'm Rob Tomlinson. I'm 29. I'm a singer-songwriter based out of Philadelphia. I'm in recovery. I've been clean for a little over 5 years, and I think that's more than enough. Long story short, I was drinking from a relatively young age. I was playing in a band that was partying a lot, and that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to just play music and party. And a friend of mine who had Percocets, he was selling them, and I was like, oh, okay, cool, I'll just try this. And I absolutely fell in love with it. It was like the love of my life. And it progressed, and I built up a tolerance, and the girl I was dating at the time reached out to my mom and my dad and said that, I might have a problem. And, my first reaction towards her was just like, what are you doing, And she kind of saved my life a little bit. I ended up getting 18 months clean, and I picked up after getting all these things that I thought would fix me, and it didn't fix me. I was at a meeting, and I had a guy that was sitting next to me and another guy sitting to the right of me. They showed up at my house, and they're like, we're going to a meeting. And they didn't even give me a chance. They didn't even give me a choice. They're like, come on, we're going. And we went, and I cried the whole time. I was high the whole time. I shared about how I wanted to die. And after that meeting, every single person at that meeting came up and hugged me. They told me they loved me. And it was the lowest, but it was also something that was extremely powerful, in that I was able to let that love in, as cheesy as it sounds. And I got high that night too. And the next day I didn't get high. And then the day after that I didn't get high, and that was my first day clean. The 12-step process for me has given me tools. They call it spiritual principles, which I had no idea what the heck they were talking about, but spiritual principles: honesty, open-mindedness, willingness, acceptance, faith, commitment, things that I had no idea what they even meant. But applying them into my life, I had to understand that action had to be taken in order for me to change. I couldn't fight the disease of addiction with the same thing that creates the problem, which is my way of thinking. And it wasn't until after relapsing where I was able to really understand that I was like, okay, my way and my thinking does not work. Period. It just doesn't work. Because I tried it. I'm the heroin thing was just a phase, right? No, it obviously was not. For a majority of my life, I thought if I found the perfect girl or the perfect band or the perfect scenario, that it would fix me. I ultimately would not have to ever work on myself, and it would just be easier that way. Not my story. My first experience with spirituality, I believe, was going to a show and having every single person in the audience sing the words to the song. And every person in that audience was not thinking about how different they were, And I wholeheartedly believe in that 100%. Everyone experiences the emotions of shame, guilt, happiness, joy, love, and I think that's what music really does, is it brings everyone together. That's why I love it, because it made me feel a part of something when I felt that I was not a part of anything. God's inside of all of us. Love is God. Love is the understanding of God to me. Love is the only thing that can combat the disease of addiction, and it was only a matter of me getting out of my own way to experience that. You can have the ability to look past other people's egos if you want to now, once you're able to feel just spiritually. And you can just love, man. You can just love, dude. It's so cool.